way, we are going to pass on your left at some point, and I'll kind of point it out just for a second, an ancient wall. You'll see it down below. It's 2,700 years old from the time of King Hezekiah. Right? We'll show you, you can show where we'll be walking. We've been outside the city. The other side of the wall would have been inside the city. This is a wall that he put up to fight against the Assyrians, to protect his city. We'll see that. We're going to go past that, and we're then going to take some steps down. You'll see we'll go down about 12 steps right after that wall, and we'll go back 2,000 years in history to go walk on the ancient Roman roads of Jerusalem. All right? So just follow me up this way. I'll point out the wall as we walk by.
Chatting with some Palestinians, well, even in Turkey, you know.
This is the northern wall. Why? Because Jerusalem's surrounded on the east, west, and south by deep valleys. But the north keeps going up and up and up and up and up. Right? This is the best place to build a wall at the time. There's a small dip here. So even though some houses just below me had to get destroyed to build the wall, they built it anyway. Isaiah actually got very angry about the destroying of those houses. Isaiah was the prophet during the time. But just so you know, there's 2 times it wasn't captured from the north of the city. It's when the Jews captured the city. King David, 3,000 years ago, and the Israeli army in 1967. In fact, it might be why it says the trouble in the Bible, the troubles will come from the north. Makes a lot of sense. Guys, we're going to go down right now those steps and go back down to the Roman road.
Lunch will be hot, but it is good today. Tomorrow we don't cook. So the food is tomorrow.
Guys, we're now on the ancient Roman road called the Cardo. The Cardo, C-A-R-D-O. In any ancient Roman city, you had a main north-south street, north-south, called a Cardo, and a main east-west street with a little more difficult name, a decumanus. Don't worry about it too much. Any case, in Jerusalem we're a little special. Why? Because we have these hills and valleys, and because we have the Temple Mount, which takes up some 1/6, 16% of the city, it makes it a little bit more difficult. So we have 2 main north-south roads, 2 main Cardos, and 2 very small decumanuses, or decumani, or however you say it. In any case, we will actually walk on all 4 of those Roman roads today. All right? One of the things the Romans left us is their city planning, their wonderful roads. By comparison, the British left us the cat problem. So if you guys see all the cats running around, that's from the British. Sorry, mate. In any case, I should be fair. They also are the ones who gave us that rule that everything in Jerusalem has to be built in Jerusalem stone. So not just the old city, but most of the new cities also built in the same kind of stone as well. So another thing that they did give us, which was very nice. Anyway, guys, we're on this ancient Roman road, right? If you walk through here, you can see the shops are all here. They're actually old Crusader shops built on the Roman road, right? And if you keep walking, you will see on your left, you get into the Arab marketplace, a sign that says, "Welcome to the center of the Romanian city." I think they meant the Roman city, not the Romanian city, but it's okay. In any case, that was where a Cardo and a Decumanus met, and where those 2 would meet, you would find very important things, like a forum, shops, money changing, and of course a temple. Guys, that temple, we had one here, the Temple of Venus. Later on, that's going to be our second to last stop, the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. Going to be put right on top. All right? At this point, we're actually now going to go see an ancient map of the city. It's the oldest map we have of Jerusalem from the time of the Byzantine period, and we'll actually see this road that we're walking on the map. Guys, follow me. In Madaba, they have this ancient map. It's the ancient map of the whole Middle East. It's not just Jerusalem, the entire Middle East. It's a mosaic map. which should already tell you something, that the map is not to scale. Right? You can't take little mosaics and make it exactly a perfect map. All right? Also interesting is that the maps, ancient maps, all faced east. All right? So what you would think would be north is actually east. This map is made sometime between the year 543 and 638 AD, or CE, depending how you count, about 1500 years ago. In Jerusalem, the largest thing is the most important thing is the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. And I'll point that out again in a second, and that's also huge. What's not important to them? The Temple Mount. Why is that? Jesus made a prophecy that all the buildings, the area of the temple, will be destroyed. Not one stone will stand upon the other. And to keep it like that, to keep the prophecy, being proven, and of course to show the victory over, the theological victory over the Jews, they left it as a trash dump. Right? The Romans had a temple there, they destroyed the temple, and then it's a trash dump. And so on the map, it's actually even a question if it's even on the map. We don't even know. If it is, maybe it's one small little mosaic stone. It's a temple map. Remember I told you it's really 1/6 of the city in size. 16% of the city reduced to one or two small little mosaic stones. If anything. Okay, that's it. Now, if you guys come out a little bit here, I'll try to point out where the things are without bothering the other group. It's this here. We're not quite sure what that is. Maybe it's a temple mount. Maybe it's something. Look at the size, not sure what it is. Alright, look at that. Okay? Behind me down, you guys can see an area that's been left open of the Cardo. Of course, the area of the shopping, that's probably what it was like 2,000 years ago, just without the cover, right? They wanted to keep it, one thing to revive it, how it might have been. On the other side, to keep it as it looked originally. Guys, you're only seeing half of the Cardo. The area right below me is the street. Just a little bit further back behind it is the sidewalk. The columns, of course, there's a colonnaded street, but we saw two sets of columns. Right below you guys is the other half of the street. Okay? But we couldn't open up the entire thing to show everybody. Just note that in the corner behind, to my right, your left, in the back corner, you guys can see some outlines of ancient shops. Any good shopkeeper, of course, would have put all his stuff in the shop, and then on the walkway, put out a table to put all his stuff out there to try to sell and get people to come inside. Now, that's what we have to see here. We're now, I said, in the Jewish Quarter again. You see some of the places are very, very new. The buildings are very new, they're very pretty. Location, location, location. A lot of these houses, apartments cost $1 million plus. And the reason is, in a second, I'll tell you why everything is so new. But first we're going to go to our last stop before break and check out some of the ancient synagogues here in the Jewish Quarter. Okay? Any questions?
How old are they?
How old are what?
The new buildings.
Oh, the new buildings? All the buildings are after the late 1970s, and I'll explain why.